Attention travelers! Europe is changing the game in 2025, and if you're not prepared, you might find yourself stuck at the airport, denied entry, or paying unexpected fees. From brand new visa requirements to high-tech border security, these new rules will affect everyone. Whether you're backpacking through Spain, road tripping across France, or taking a luxury getaway to Italy. If you're planning a trip, you need to hear this before you book that flight. Welcome to the channel. If you love travel and want to stay ahead of the game, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an important update. All right, let's dive in because these changes are big. First up, the biggest change in decades, Europe's new digital border system. Say goodbye to passport stamps and hello to facial recognition and fingerprint scans. Yep, starting in 2025, the Entry-to-Exit system, EES, will track exactly when you enter and leave the Schengen zone. No more overstaying your welcome because the system knows everything. And if you do, expect problems next time you visit. This was supposed to roll out in 2024, but classic EU, there were delays, and now it's officially happening in 2025. And that's not all. If you're from a visa-free country like the US, Canada, Australia, or the UK, you must apply for an ETIAS travel authorization before you fly.
It's like the US ESTA program, but for Europe. It costs €7, takes just a few minutes to apply online, and is valid for 3 years.
Sounds easy, right? But don't wait until the last minute. Some applications can take up to 72 hours for approval. And without it, you're not getting on that plane. Speaking of new entry rules, let's talk about the UK. They're not part of the EU, but they're rolling out their own system called ETA, starting January 8, 2025. So if you're heading to London, Edinburgh, or anywhere in the UK, you'll need to apply online before you arrive. It costs £10, about $12.75, and lasts for 2 years. And guess what? Even EU citizens will need it starting April 2025. Now let's talk about something that could cost you big health insurance requirements. Yep, more European countries are demanding proof of travel health insurance before you enter. Countries like France, Spain, and Italy already require visitors to have at least €30,000 in medical coverage, and more countries are jumping on board. If you don't have proof of insurance, you could be denied entry. And trust me, European healthcare is amazing, but without insurance, it's not cheap. But wait, there's more. Airlines are changing their rules too. Thanks to new EU regulations, you have stronger passenger rights in 2025. If your flight is delayed more than 3 hours or cancelled, you could be entitled to €250 to €600 in compensation, even if your connecting flight is with a non-EU airline. The key? Know your rights and keep your receipts. Airlines won't always tell you what you're owed, so be prepared. Oh, and here's something you probably didn't budget for: tourist taxes. Cities like Venice, Greece, and Portugal's Madeira Islands are increasing their tourist taxes. In Venice, you'll now pay up to €10 just to visit for a day. Greece's tourist tax is going up, and even Madeira is adding a fee for visitors. These new charges are meant to help with overcrowding and tourism management, but for travelers, they just mean extra costs. So budget accordingly. Now let's talk about golden visas, aka the easiest way to get European residency if you have money to invest. Greece is switching things up. Instead of just investing in real estate, you can now invest €250,000 in Greek startups and get the same residency perks. But there's a catch. You can't own more than 33% of the company and must create at least 2 jobs within the first year. Meanwhile, Spain is debating ending its golden visa program, but for now, it's still up and running. If you're considering moving to Europe, act fast. And last but not least, big news for Eastern Europe travelers. Bulgaria and Romania are finally joining the Schengen zone on January 1st, 2025. That means no more border checks between these countries and the rest of the EU. If you love road trips, this is huge. You can now drive from Germany to Transylvania without stopping at borders. Eastern Europe is one of the most underrated travel destinations, and this change is going to make it way more accessible. So, what do you think about these changes? Are you ready for Europe's new travel rules in 2025? Let me know in the comments below. And before you go, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with a fellow traveler. You don't want to be the person stuck at immigration because you didn't know the rules. Stay informed, travel smart, and I'll see you in the next video.